Hi, I'm the Mythology Guy, rocking the after shower hair as usual. I recently saw the First Omen. Okay, so before I go into how I feel about this film, I should tell you what I thought of the other films. I saw the original Omen film when I was a kid, actually, and really liked it. I really got into it. So after I saw the original film, I went to the video rental store. Yes, this was back in those days, and I rented all three of the sequels. Omen 2 I still liked. Omen 3 I thought meh. Omen 4 was terrible. I feel like it was supposed to originally end with Omen 3, but then they were like, oh no, let's make more sequels, so Omen 4 was supposed to launch those, which didn't happen because it was an awful movie. Then some years later, I heard there was a shot-for-shot remake, and I checked it out out of curiosity, and it's a shot-for-shot remake. It's the exact same movie. I think they changed one of the kills, so yeah, if you just want to watch the original movie, but with more modern camera work, there you go. Go ahead and watch that. But the original's great, I thought. I really, really liked the original. So when I heard about this film, I actually got confused. Because I knew nothing going in. All I knew was the name, The First Omen. So I was like, is this a prequel? And I was thinking, how do you do a prequel? Are we gonna have, another Antichrist? Or, a spoiler, The Omen is about the Antichrist. Is there going to have been a previous Antichrist? And the thought did cross my mind, maybe it's going to be the mother of Damien from the original film. But of course, I was thinking, well, it couldn't possibly be that, given if you've seen the original film, what his mother is actually revealed to be. So, you're gonna make a movie about that? That would be really weird. But no, this movie actually retcons the original film, and I don't like that. I never like... especially when a prequel that's supposed to be canon starts retconning stuff, it's like, because then, you could never in the future sit down and marathon these movies. Because you'd have to see them as completely different continuities. I don't know, there's some franchises where that works, I guess Multiverse and stuff, but I didn't really want that here. But if we put my feelings about that aside, I'll talk more about that in the spoiler section. If we put my feelings about that aside, I actually like this film a lot. I thought this was, really well done. I keep moving my hair because it's wet, so give me a break. I thought the direction was good. I thought there were some times in the film where I was tense in my seat. I was like, especially one scene in particular involving something in the darkness. I was scared. The whole theater was scared. I saw this movie with my friend Claire. She was terrified during that scene. I could hear her going, and I was like, So yeah, this is a horror movie that's actually scary sometimes, and I appreciate that. Kind of like the first movie, a lot of it is uncovering what's going on. There's a twist in this film that I saw coming immediately. I knew it was exactly what was going to happen right from the start of the film. Later it's like, oh, what a surprise, huh? And I'm like, no, I was ahead of you on that. But I'm sure it surprised other people. But then there was actually another reveal that did surprise me. I didn't see that one coming. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you got me there, movie. Good job. Well done. You did it. Here, have a cookie. Nice job. So, I saw one twist coming, but I didn't see the other coming. So that's something for the film right there. So yeah, overall, I did like the film. Apparently one of the scenes, one of the more uncomfortable scenes in the film had to be edited down because it was originally I think an NC-17. I'm like, God, I wonder what the NC-17 was. Because when that scene, which I guess was censored, happened in the theater, the whole theater was like, ah! So, I can't imagine what the original version was like. So yeah, I don't think I have a ton of things to say about this film because I have more to say when I hate a film, but I didn't hate this. I liked it overall. The only thing I really didn't like was the retcon, But the thing is, you can't remove that retcon because the whole film is built around that retcon. The whole film is built around a continuity error that doesn't fit with the original movie, which is so weird. I kept waiting for them to address it or something, but they don't really address it. Well, actually, I think there is one moment where they sort of address it, but it's really... It wasn't how I wanted. And it's because I do really like the original film, and I liked when the mother thing was revealed in the original film. I remember me as a kid was like, whoa, what? Like, some people didn't like that reveal. I'll talk about it in spoilers. But yeah, that retcon was just a little annoying for me. But, if you're looking for something uncomfortable to watch, this... the whole film isn't uncomfortable. It just has some moments. It's not like a constant scare throughout. This isn't one of the greatest horror films I've ever seen. There are times where it's dragging a little, or you're like waiting for it to like get on to the next thing. But I wouldn't say like there's a ton of fat on this film or anything. There's stuff that you don't think is important. You're like, why do we need to see this? That later in the film, you're like, oh, that's why we needed to see this. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, even though sometimes it feels like it's dragging, I can't think of scenes where it's like, oh, you definitely should have cut this out. I will say, the opening death in this film is a little too over the top for my taste. I was like, oh, really? That's how you're going to react to that happening to you? It was a little like, do you realize how much that would hurt? Or I don't know, maybe... given how it happens. But it did, again, it was a moment that kind of grossed me out. I was like, so maybe it did exactly what it was trying to do. So yeah, overall, I'd probably give this movie a 7 out of 10, which is a good rating, by the way. Some people don't understand that 5 is average, 6 is above average, and 7 is good. Okay, I'm calling it good, but not great. For me, 8 is great, 9 is, like, awesome, and 10 is, like just a film that I would want to own and keep and like tell everyone to watch. Like, there's no such thing as a perfect movie, but 10 is like a legendary movie, like The Godfather or something. So yeah, I'd give this movie a 7 out of 10. I'd say it's good. It's good, not great. It's clearly trying to launch sequels, prequel sequels. It's kind of funny. Or, like, maybe they're just going to completely retcon the first 3 films and start an entirely new story. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. So yeah, but what did you think of it? What did you think of that retcon? Did you also get scared by that there's something in the darkness scene, like I think everyone else did? Or did the movie just bore the hell out of you? Did you see the twists coming? I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna get into spoilers now. 3, 2, 1, spoilers. Okay, so there ain't no jackal in this film, which annoys me. I liked how in the original film it was revealed that his mother was actually a jackal, like a dog. And some people, I looked it up online, some people are like, oh, I'm so glad they changed that. That was so dumb in the original. That was so stupid. And I was like, oh, I liked it. The reason I liked it is because this is the Antichrist. You would expect, like, some fucked up shit like that. I liked how that reveal added to how fucked up things were. And in this movie, they kind of address it, because I think there's one line where the priest says, it is said that the mother of the Antichrist will be the jackal. So it's like just a title or a metaphorical thing, but it's like, no, in the original film, you uncovered the grave and there was very clearly a dog skeleton in there. So don't give me this bullshit. Like, you're trying so hard to pull the wool over my eyes, it's not working. Okay? It also really, it's built up well in the first film where the priest is going, I saw that thing's mother. And it's like, if you apply this to that, it's like, it's just some woman, or I saw that thing's mother. She's so ugly. I don't know. So, I preferred the jackal reveal, but this whole movie is built around who the mother is, and since that's not how it is, this doesn't fit with the original film at all. And it's so funny because this film ends on, and they gave your child a name, Damien, as if I don't know. Maybe they thought I wouldn't know because they changed it so much. It's like, Yeah. It feels weird to end it that way when they're like, yeah, see, we're connecting to the first film. But first off, this doesn't connect to the first film. And second, I'm pretty sure we all knew this was a prequel. So, come on. Come on, guys. That opening death with Charles Dance, where his head gets sliced open, and it's so slowly revealed as if I didn't know. I could tell I thought there was gonna be a big piece of glass in his head, but instead it's completely sliced open, and he just turns around and smiles. I'm like, really? That's how you're gonna die? Speaking of deaths, there's also another kind of interesting nod to the first film, where one of the nuns offs herself with the rope. I don't think I can say the exact words, but she offs herself with a rope, and when she does it, she says, "It's all for you." And I'm like, oh, I see what you're doing. You're referencing the babysitter death in the first film. But I don't know why she even did it. Was there just this aura around the devil's daughters that makes you just want to off yourself? Or, please correct me if I'm wrong. Please point out if there's something I missed. But was there any reason why the devil would want to kill this woman? She's saying it's all for you. But why? Like in the original, the babysitter offs herself so that she can be replaced with a servant of the devil. There's a reason for it, and that's why she says it's all for you. It's all for you, Damien, because I'm getting rid of myself so that a servant of Satan can come in here and take care of you and help you become the Antichrist you're supposed to be. That's what she means by it's all for you. But in this, she just does it for no reason. I feel like it's just there to be an Easter egg, and it's not part of this evil church's master plan because they all seem incredibly shocked by it. And isn't this girl a servant of this evil? What's going on? I don't understand why that girl did that. Yeah, I don't get it. The movie tries to make you think that this other girl is the daughter of Satan, which it then turns out she actually is. So it gets weird. This movie tries to make you think this other girl is the daughter of Satan, but I knew from the moment they said, like, the daughter of Satan is here, she's a teenager, I was like, and then they showed who the main character is going to be. I was like, it's the main character. She's the daughter of Satan. But then it turns out they both... I thought the whole movie, no, it's the main girl who's the daughter of Satan, because she's also there when the girl says it's all for you and does it. But then later it's revealed, actually in a really, cool shot that I really liked, when the other girl is screaming, you see the 666 in her mouth. I'm like, oh, I guess I was wrong. But then it turned out I was right. They just both are. The movie just had its cake and ate it too. It red herringed us. I was like, you sneaky movie, you. But then the twist I didn't see coming was... So, earlier in the scene, there's, this scene where the main girl goes out with her friend, and they go partying, and then she gets drunk and wakes up later in this really cool shot where her hair is spread around her in this interesting pattern. And I remember thinking, I wonder if that means something. And then I just kind of forgot about it. But then later, it is revealed that she actually got, drugged and then impregnated by the devil during that party. I'm like, I can't believe I didn't figure that out. I was like, you got me, movie. That's actually a pretty good reveal, because it's pretty similar. It reminded me of a movie called The Gift, if you've ever seen it. People who've seen that movie know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I thought that was a good reveal. I also didn't see coming that her friend was going to be in on the whole thing. I remember when she was getting her sisterhood thing and she leaned against the floor and they were doing this weird ceremony. I was like, is this the norm? But maybe it is the norm, or maybe it's just her joining the evil group. Maybe it's their specific one because they're bad people. So I thought that was a good reveal. I didn't see coming that the friend was in on it, and I was mad at myself for that too. I'm like, I didn't see that coming either. Damn, how did I not figure that out? I still don't fully get if the guy she was into at the party was in on it the whole time, or... No, he couldn't have been, because he was saying I didn't know. I'm shocked they didn't kill him, though. So she was, fooling around with this guy at, the bar... and then suddenly it's revealed that she got drugged and taken away to a chamber to get impregnated, and they brought the guy there too? So they just let this Okay, one of two things is going on here. Either the guy was totally in on it, but freaking out about it later, saying I didn't know for some reason, or the guy wasn't in on it, and they brought him to watch for some reason and then just let him live afterward. It's weird. It's really weird. So that's another thing I don't fully understand about the film. But yeah, the dark thing at the end of the hallway thing was really scary. That scared the theater. It was way more scary until it screamed. The buildup was great, and then when it walked up and, we were all freaked out, but, when it finally when it screamed at the end, I was like, okay, there's your cliche moment. I was waiting for a jump scare, but a jump scare didn't happen at first, and I actually really appreciated that. I appreciated that they let that moment breathe and be creepy and come at you. That was cool. The birth giving scene was kind of fucked up and scary and cool, and that's the thing that apparently was censored. What the hell was the original? There's this scene that's really interestingly acted. Wait, actually, I need to talk about what happens right before that. So, she gets the help of a priest who's out of the order, and another priest who I guess isn't part of the evil order, but he still serves at that same church, but he didn't know about all this Antichrist stuff. It's like, you would think everyone at this church would be in on it, but I guess only certain people are. It's kind of a risky way to do business, don't you think? So she gets help from a good priest and another good priest who's completely outside of the whole thing. And then they also say, who else knows? Oh, only the driver knows we're here. We can trust him. And I'm like, the driver hasn't had a line this whole movie, has he? Why are they so sure they can trust him? I felt like we were missing a scene. It would have been, I think would have been a little better, would have been if actually just the priest drove the car. If they just, you could have had it revealed that the reason they even gave you a driver was so they could keep tabs on your every move. I think that would have been a better reveal. So then you could just have the priest who helps her drive the car instead. I think that would have made a lot more sense. So then at one point when they're driving away from the church, they get hit by another car. And I thought that, that other car was the evil order, trying to stop them, but it was never shown, so I guess it was just a genuine car accident. What a random convenience for the bad guys. Yeah, and then the girl comes out, and this woman, I don't know her name, but very good actress. This whole movie's very well acted. So she gets out, and she starts doing this, possession, all these movements all in one shot. It's all very well done, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if someone edits this scene to have music playing as if she's dancing. That would be very funny. Somebody get on that, please. But yeah, it's all very well done, well acted, and and I remember sitting there thinking, oh damn, what's going on? And then she has twins, boy and a girl. So now we have 3 daughters of the devil in this movie. And so it ends with her stabbing Bill Nighy in the neck because it turns out he was the guy she trusted the most, but it turned out he was just grooming her for this the whole time. So, sad reveal. But I feel like it would have been a sadder reveal if we had more Bill Nighy in the movie. I think we needed I feel like just some things could have been fleshed out a little more. And so they just, instead of killing her, they just leave her to die because that's what villains do in movies. No, I'm going to leave the room and not actually witness them dying. I'm just going to hope it all went to plan. What? Dr. Evil. So yeah, they just leave her to die, and then somehow magically the other daughter of Satan just appears in there and said, it's like, was she not restrained? What was going on there? So yeah, the 3 daughters of Satan, which sounds like an Adult Swim show, all just live together after that because they just magically acquire a house and a living and all this other stuff. It ends with the priest finding her and saying, they gave your son a name, Damien. And so, yeah, they're teasing another film. So, look, obviously the film's not perfect, but I still liked it. It was still scary. Like, I'll go see the next one. I'm curious to see it. This is one of the better horror films that's come out lately. Way better than that Exorcist bullshit that came out last year. Ugh. But yeah, I think that's about everything I have to say about it. What did you think? Do you have answers for the things I'm questioning? Like why did that one woman like rope herself, and was that dude in on it or not? Like, those are two things I still don't fully understand. Yeah, I think that's all. I don't know how to end videos.